Hello everyone, this is Katerina and I'll bring you the energy update whilst we are in the midst of major transformation. And the guides have given me the theme upgrade after upgrade brings outdated concepts, situations and relationship patterns to the surface. And you may feel that as well. We are all in heightened sensitivity. And Venus is in retrograde. That really brings those relationship issues to the surface. And I have experienced that myself, where we feel like, oh my God, I'm so highly sensitive. What has been said? What does this mean? And my guides showed me it's like a chain of events within us. You know, a situation is triggered and you're like, oh my God, let's unearth what that means. And there's a deeper layer in the deeper layer. And it has very rarely anything to do with the situation where it got triggered. And it's like, okay, that's another layer, another layer. And for us to really be open to work through that energy, and the guides are streaming so much love. I can see that with the colors in the energy field already just by expressing that. And that also means being loving and kind to ourselves, to one another, and giving each other that extra dose of forgiveness, or, you know, that pinch of salt, you know, that's all different to normal. And it is also due to this hugely heightened solar activity. And that brings this wave of awakening. I'm now in touch with people where it's like, wow, they are really beautiful souls, empaths. And now suddenly the veils have opened and it's like, wow, who am I? What's my bigger picture? What is the meaning of life? Oh my God, I feel so different. I've got energetic reactions. Katerina, you talked all your life about this. What does this all mean? Please explain. And literally in all areas of our life. So on the surface, when we look in outer events, when we look at media, and all the situations that are playing out at the moment, they really heightened the collective energy so much, and really allowing ourselves to see, wow, I'm feeling it too. And the guides just show me it's like the tide goes really high on a full moon, and it feels like we have this collective high tide at the moment, and it's always harder to navigate a boat through that period. So giving us ourselves credit for that, and it's like, hey, we're all doing our best through this, and at the same time it's dismantling so much in an epically short amount of time. And I'm mesmerized. And you know, we're breaking down these old patterns, those old frequencies, and things that have normally are supposed to take 5 days take much longer. My website migration is still not completed, and I think I'm on day 12 or 13, and it's like, and I've spoken to people all across the world, and the guides are, Katerina, look at it positively. You know, have anchor points all around the world for your website. You know, outside of clients, it's just the technical support system. It's like, yeah, I'll try to see the bright side of it. And also, that is so strongly that allowing ourselves to receive, allowing ourselves to surrender, allowing the flow to unfold. And I'm somebody, I had so much to push through in my life. So this, I surrender, I flow with love. Everything is great in my life is not my default. It really isn't. And it's that learning curve to really see, okay, what does it feel like if I completely return to my own center? And many of you may be able to relate, where you feel like, oh my God, how do I hold all these puzzle pieces in my life together when one after another shifts and breaks down? And the guides really clearly showed me at 1 a.m. in the morning, waiting for a return call from the support system that has been ongoing since 8 a.m. in the morning. And I'm like, oh my God, Katerina, it's going to be all right. And they said, Katerina, receive all your energy back. You know, from you trying to hold it all together in this unimaginable system. And it's like, wow, let it all stream back into me. And from that moment, I felt like, oh my God, it's not my energy supposed to power this. I'm just here, the observer, waiting for things to unfold. And I can't tell you what a huge difference this has made. And yesterday I had to go with the kitties to the vet as well. And for the first time, the kitties were really sweet and really calm in the car. and I'm driving and I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. So holding that energy in my heart and trusting we're going to arrive there. Okay, it's going to work out. Okay, we got in straight away, out straight away. And it's like, hey, that can work. And for me, that was a huge breakthrough experience. And it's not so much about, and it's from the guides now to highlight that it's not so much about calling your power back, because it's not like you're giving your power away. It's like your energy is trying to build or hold things together. Also in our family lives, in work, in our circle of friends, where it's like, wow, so much is changing. It's so highly dynamic at the moment. And a beautiful soul said, Katerina, we are all at different stages of grace. And I thought, oh my God, I've never heard a more beautiful expression for, and it's now 5:55, the ultimate change. We all get there in the end. And with different scenarios, it might take longer than with others. Like my website, it's a longer saga than I wanted it to be. And we are all at different stages of grace. That means all of us are in grace, no matter where we are at, no matter what we're experiencing. And sometimes we're just riding out the storm, and the guides, I was on Wednesday. Yeah, on Wednesday I went to the stone circle again, and I was by the river, and I was anchoring energies and connecting with really beautiful souls in my local village. And at the stone circle, I could feel that magic in the air. And the guide said to me, Katerina, what do you usually do? And it's like, how do you mean? It's like, you go beyond the storm layer. And I just saw a post then afterwards with the eagle being the only animal that can rise above the storm. So the eagle can fly so high that it's literally beyond the storm layer. And the guides also reminded me with White Buffalo Calf Woman, one of the ladies of the Sisterhood of the Rose, the buffalo also walks right into the storm, because that way it passes quicker. They're not running from it. And it's like, the time of running takes energy, and then trying to find shelter. It's like you go right in, you work through it, and then done. And that was really the energy. And what they said then, Katerina, do you remember Ascension Highway? Yes, I do. Like the airplane that goes through the cloud layer, and then there is sunshine. And that's what we are invited to do, and I've never experienced that so strongly ever before preparing for any course I've done so far. Not with the Cosmic Christ series, not with the second Cosmic Christ series in October, November, December. With the Cosmic Sisterhood of the Rose, that divine feminine ascension is very different. Instead of doing, it's being. Instead of going out there creating all those structure, it's like conceiving, receiving, and being. And in that, it's really, what does it feel like to be held? What does it feel like to be supported? What does it feel like to have that network of those beautiful cosmic sisters literally holding you? And then around that is the cosmic brothers of the rose who hold the space, where you literally, the whole structure of your life is held, anchored, supported, received. So it's not a plow through course with, oh my God, ascension activation after ascension activation. They also come 844 and infinity and abundance, and really discovering the pathways of our body as well, because now I know the physical pathways of abundance in our body, and also the deep feminine connection to earth, and we're gonna activate that, and it's so beautiful. It's literally that wave of rejuvenation, that wave of support, and that energy. The sisters also said, Katerina, create a to-be list, because every day I'm like, oh my God, website is still on my to-do list. It's this ongoing thing. And the kitties, at least, that's now closed. And with that, they said, a to-be list, what is there to bring you peace, contentment, joy, relaxation, flow, abundance? It's like, oh, that list would look very different. And then also looking at that list with joy. So maybe even having the two of them sometimes, when we still have practical things to do, as we all do, to have that to-do list, but also a to-be list, to glance over. It's like, that's really where we're heading towards. And that energy of, and wow, that really touches me deeply now. The guides just said, Katarina, there was another element we wanted you to bring through. And that's, how can I serve best? And that's something for all of us really to understand. We are all programmed in different spiritual traditions, religious traditions, in our home and social and our culture. And the idea and the real living of that is, how do I serve best? And how do I serve best? When I'm calm, when I'm grounded, when I'm relaxed, when I'm well nourished, when I had sleep. And we don't always need to engage into, say, media spectacles or world situations. How do I serve best is, I start a meditation group, I start a peace group, I organize walks, or I bring people together, I start a Facebook group, whatever that may be. If this is how you serve best, amazing. If it's, how do I serve best? Well, I have a family, I have so many people that my family depends on me, 11, my children, everything. So if I'm worried and in overwhelm about certain situations, that's not how I serve best. So it's really giving us, 1122, the permission to do what is for our well-being the best, for our well-being in our family and our surroundings. Because when we are in the true essence of our being, then we automatically create networks of love and groundedness and support, of light, of joy, of laughter. And that transmutes the collective density in a way more sustainable way. Because the guides are saying there's a little more to go, there's a little more to come on this ascension journey. So, and I also know clients ask me, say, Katarina, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. I don't know. And we don't need to feel guilty to see, well, how do I serve best when I'm in joy? When I say go through shops and uplift other people, we have a laugh, we cheer somebody up, or when I play music, when I go out for a walk, or when I hear the birds singing like I hear them outside just now. That is really the key to not only navigate this time, but to have a really good time in doing that, really where you feel like I can do that. And we can also then in that state feel into the field, and it's like, oh wow, there are other beacons. There's a beacon of peace, and there's a beacon of joy, and there's a beacon of serenity, and there's a beacon of party energy, like the funky space brother energy, or the golden solar light beings that bring in that energy of joy. And I can feel those waves of love. And on Wednesday, while I was out till at night and working with the stars and different constellations, I saw beings that I've not seen on Earth since Lemuria, and I get really emotional. And they're the size more of cherubim angels, pure golden, vivid light, so maybe as tall as a 3 or 4 year old. And they hold so much innocence, love, and wisdom of the ages. And that's such an, oh my God, I get really emotional. They have such an exquisite energy where you can feel they are wise beyond measure, and yet they're as innocent as a small child. And there is so much love that they hold, and they hold those golden glowing orbs. And we will work with them in the Cosmic Rise series as well, when we anchor those portals of love in your home, in your surroundings, in your garden. And they also come in to heal our hearts, to support us in what does it feel like to be so loving, so innocent, and that it's safe, even during those times, 1414, to open our hearts, where it's not like, oh my God, am I getting more vulnerable? Am I being taken advantage of? No, it's this, like a honey, like an extra layer of love and support, nourishment, that overrides other scenarios taking place. And I'm really curious what light language is now coming in. And I sit so funny on my chair again because Mimi is sharing the chair with me, 1444. Okay, and I dedicate this to the highest and greatest good, and you can connect with your heart chakra and high heart chakra. Yuashkiti si ikia nata samaha. Miya kiti si ikiatanaha. Si ikiatanaha masa. Miwashkata sa na maha. Miwi kiti si nana maha. Miwa kata sa nana maha. Miwi si ishkata sa nanamaha. We are these beautiful beings of a way higher dimension of love, light, and purity embodied. And we support the Cosmic Sisters of the Rose in weaving new patterns of love, joy, innocence, and wisdom, and reawaken those beautiful codes from Lemuria and times on earth where loving heart consciousness was embodied, and there are traces all around the earth, and also those beautiful traces in your body, in your DNA structure, that like little pinks start to awaken, like little bubbles of joy and light and laughter and purity, helping you to surrender into this glorious process, we might say. For we are rejoicing, delighted to be seen and amongst you again, now that the frequency of the earth has raised sufficiently for us to be consciously connected with all of you again. Niwashki tisi ashka ta sa na maha. Miwi kiti sisi nanamaha. Miwa kata sa na maha. Miashkiti si ashkata sana maha. And it is me, white buffalo calf woman. And I am here to help you to be lovingly, softly grounded, connected with that beautiful earth. For when you connect with the already ascending earth, she is like a mother carrying you, helping you to take that next step in your evolution with softness, with love, with hearing the whispers of the earth, understanding messages from the nature realm, feeling that intrinsic connection with all, and rejoice in that knowing that we all ascend as one. Niwashkiti si ish kata sasa nana maha. And it is me, Kuan Yin. I am like the flow of water. We each have mastered a unique path in our lifetimes, homing in on special qualities that make our heart, our soul shine. And each and every one of you will also create a unique path for ascension. And will it not be wondrous to see so many glowing and shining pathways into ascension for all to thrive? So maybe sit in your heart with your unique qualities. And there are so many of us cosmic sisters surrounding you, naturally attracted to support you, either on a long-term basis or to give you those magical hints to support you to take that very next step. And we can't wait to support you. Miwa kiti si ishkata sasa nanamaha. Nitya kiti sisi na maha. It is me, Mother Mary, also the Queen of Angels, and my cosmic aspect, helping you to link with your star brothers and sisters, to make you feel safe in my cloak of love, support, inner wisdom, discovering the true essence of who you are, what makes you shine and glow, to feel that connection with the angelics, with your own angelic inside prince, with discovering and unfurling your wings, nurturing your inner child and being nurtured by us. Nitya kata sasa nana maha miwi kiti si iskata sasa naha maha. And me, Mary Magdalene, or you also know me as Lady Nada. My pathway is that of the gold and red, the energy of the lions, the inner lioness, the inner awareness, where power flows from an open, loving heart, where you can discover and empower yourself in your own true essence, knowing how to walk as a master once more. For we have trained for this together for eons, and all of us here rejoice to see you shine. Rejoice in every breakthrough you're making, and we hold that energy and force field of love, nurturing support all around you. Niwashkiti si iskata na maha miwakata sa na maha. And it is me, Lady Andromeda, with Lady Venus, and we are your cosmic sisters, holding vast amounts of key codes, ascension frequencies, and new tools and technologies that you simply receive, that are awakening your dormant abilities in a loving, nurturing way, where the old is just falling away without work, without trepidation, in this energy of loving surrender, knowing you are held and supported, and we can't wait to see you. Itiaka ta sa na maha miwi kiti si ishka ta sa na maha si ishka ta sa na maha. And we, the brothers of the rose, we also come from various dimensions. Ashta from the Galactic Federation of Light, Yeshua, Lord Sananda, Lord Maitreya, in these ever unfolding versions of cosmic Christ light embodied on earth as well as in other dimensions. Joseph of Arimathea, Saint Germain, Horus, Nostradamus, so many beings that stand at the ready to hold you in your mastery, to help you step into your feminine power from a deep place of love, appreciation, and support. Niwashki tisi ish kata sasa nanamaha. And since this is an eclipse season with a lunar solar eclipse and a strong full moon to anchor it all in, we, the golden solar light beings, as well as the Venusians and so many others, hold humanity in that frequency of love to transform into joy, into bliss, whatever is in your heart. And we can't wait to support you further. Iwashki tisi ashkata sasa nanamaha miwi kiti si ikata sa namaha si ikata sasa nanamaha. Aka 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 aka. Blessed be, so mote it be, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. May you enjoy these messages, and I can't wait to see you on the 14th of March. It's on my website on the events, the big description, and underneath you can also book the individual events. And I wish you a bright and beautiful day. Namaste.